Okay, so now that we've completely isolated like 3/4 of the nation in Swifties,
Not we, the
there
two
are
of
people.
y'all. I
Just
said
me. I'll take full responsibility, just for the record. That was
I'm
me.
still in their good graces.
If you're looking for Ian Hamilton, his address is just I'm just imagining like Swifty seals breaking down your door of like those.
We did just set up all the Ring video doorbells all around the house. So good luck, Swifties.
We all know what time of the week this is. Ian, do you want to introduce people to your favorite segment of the week, or should I? Should I do it?
I mean, you should do it. It's your segment, man. Come on.
Yeah, but it's your favorite segment. So, the dad joke of the week brought to you by the Golf Trip Junkie. I said this on a previous podcast, but I have my Ryder Cup event that's coming up next year. I actually just reached out to Sean, and he was back, even though it was the busiest time of the year. They're dealing with 5-6 times the amount of business that they have to deal with just getting in the cold weather. He got me my quote back at the end of the day about my trip to Williamsburg for a 16-man trip. So not an easy one to plan as at all. So, and honestly, he's the only guy that I would trust if you're looking to book your golf trip. Make sure you check out our link tree and go to the book your golf trip at the bottom. Ask for Sean, and he will get you pointed in the right direction. So, guys, why did the golfer carry a spare umbrella?
I don't know.
Under some. I don't know. Tell me.
It was in case of the forecast.
No.
That's okay. That was okay. You've had better, but it's all right. I'll give it to you.
Forecast.
I get
It's
it.
like-
Well, yes, I got you.
The more you say it, it doesn't make it better.
No, Sean would be so disappointed at Golf Trip Junkie right now. So if you want to tell Sean about how bad that joke is, give him a call. Talk about a golf trip and then mention the joke.
And literally say, I heard about you on the Dad Golf podcast, and he'll say, what podcast?
And if you ask about his jet ski YouTube page, I will personally send you a poker chip. So just DM me after you do it. I'll hear about it anyway. He'll call me right away. So
aren't the lakes iced over at this point?
I know, man. I tell him all the time. He's like, yeah, I went out in the lake. I'm like, bro, if it's 60 degrees here, like, what is there? He's psycho with that stuff. But yeah, he posts all his videos, and not yet. He actually just bought a new jet ski. So my man is business must be good if he's buying another jet ski. He just bought one like 2 years ago. So
It's just nice not having kids.
that's true. No wife, no kids. That's typically how you make some more money, I guess. But you know.
So JJ, you actually posted something on your page recently that I think encouraged this next piece of the segment here. You know, let me ask you from a personal standpoint, and then the second part of like, as a sports psychologist, how do you feel about actually music on a golf course? Do you feel like it's helpful? Do you feel like it's hurtful? Do you? I'll leave the floor open to you.
I love music on a golf course. I think if you're in a foursome, the music has to be agreed upon, so that makes sure everybody has a similar vibe and experience. Because I could imagine there could be some songs and types of music out there that wouldn't fit with the three other people on the course. But I don't know. There are times where I want to hear the natural beauty of the place that I'm in, and the birds chirping and the wind hitting the leaves and stuff like that. And there might be a time where I need a little groove. I need a little bump in my chest and in my heart, and that might help my golf swing a little bit, or may drown out all the cussing from all the shanks that I'm doing. So it can be beneficial and helpful.
Yeah, I think music is definitely something that you like. If you're playing with the same kind of core group over and over, or like you're with your group, I think it's almost. I'd be shocked if almost you're not doing music at this point. I think you get paired up with two randoms, then it's a dicey subject. But I'm with you. I think like there is certainly a time, and for me, music helps me get out of my own head, and then you can focus on the rhythm of the shot. Like you're not. A lot of time when I'm playing poor, I start to really think about my golf swing, and music tends to like just kind of, you go with the beat. I'm a rhythm player anyway. I like to get up and hit it. And if I'm thinking about the lyrics of a song or the beat of a song, it almost gets me out of my bad thought process, and then I play better. So, but I do agree, it has to be agreed upon, because there'll be times where guys will play music, I'm like, couldn't care about it at all. So,
well, that's where I was going. Did either of you see the Ryder Cup video of them listening to Victor Hovland's favorite music of what he was listening to on the range?
Yes.
It's
incredible
like punk rock, metal rock stuff, right?
It was like Norwegian death metal.
It's crazy. I think, like, what was it? Rory put it on and took it off. He's like, "Is that satanic music? What is that?" So yeah, Victor's a wild guy. That's a different subject altogether. I cannot figure out Victor, but hey, he's got life figured out. He seems like a happy, good dude.
Yeah,
dude, he's living his best life. He's living his best life.
He is.
So, JJ, if we're standing on the first tee to get the vibes going, we're gonna go through a couple of songs that I think, and we'll try to get a playlist together and figure out Spotify. Us old guys try to figure out how that all works.
I still don't do Spotify.
JJ, what's a good tune you think to kick off the day for the people?
All right, so if we're starting off and we're approaching the first tee. Now, I grew up, I'm 39 years old, WWF era, okay? So I'm going with Stone Cold Steve Austin. That glass breaks, you see me strut, and I'm feeling it. I'm about to take over this course. Hide your money, hide your kids. I'm coming for pars, birdies, and eagles. So, but that glass breaks, and it's business time. So I go Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme music.
Love it.
I love that. That is not what I was expecting.
That is
Stone Cold all day. Stone Cold is one of the top 3 coolest, baldest white guys. I throw that in the list. So it's him.
Was it like Vin Diesel? Is Vin Diesel on this list?
No, not Vin Diesel.
No.
Him, Professor X from the X-Men, and then Walter White. Those are kind of like the top 3 that you could put out there. That just rock that hairstyle so well.
I don't know if
Jason Statham.
I don't know. Professor X. Patrick Stewart. And then you got Breaking Bad, and they got Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's a pretty good trio.
That's true.
I do like me some Stone Cold. I think that's another draft that we maybe need to do down the road. We draft bald white dudes of top 3 bald white dudes of all time. I think that's a good one.
But Vin Diesel, it's all about family. It's about family. It's a dad golf podcast.
Bruce Willis is in that mix.
Yeah, Willis. That's a good point. Bruce Willis. Yeah, Bruce Willis.
I mean, he's Jim McClane, man. John McClane. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get a lot of crap.
When he was John McClane, though, he had hair.
That is true. Wow. Ian, you're Mr. Vibe guy. You're Vibe King.
Yeah, I just full disclosure here for those who don't know, and pretty much nobody's gonna know except probably Tucker. I am the least in touch with music out of anyone on the planet. Like, I am the guy who you get in the car and it's like a podcast or a sports podcast or something. So I know none of my music's probably going to hit. I did go with 2 like just sheep songs just to make sure somebody knows that I know music. But no lie, my wife gets in the car, and if my music is on and it's like going through my playlist, like even Apple Music's like, "Are you okay, sir? Like, what is going on?" Because it'll go from like Elton John to Lil Wayne to Sweet Caroline to like some Avicii. It's just all over the place. Okay, so anyway, my first song to kind of get me going, I like Paradise. It's a Coldplay song, but it's the Tiesto remix, because to me, getting out of the house, that's Paradise. I'm on first tee, I'm vibing. Tiesto makes that song make it actually work. Gets me in a good frame of mind every time, especially if I have a cold seltzer on one tee. Maybe it's like 7:30 in the morning. Hey, no one's judging me. It's Paradise.
So JJ, you and I are gonna have to ride in a cart together because I'm not.
Oh,
in
I
the
know.
same-
I know no one's vibing with me right now. I know that.
So it's not
Just
the
imagining
same
you
song.
listening to Coldplay crying in the cart.
See, it's
'Cause
not
they're playing
Coldplay though.
some
It's not.
emotion.
It's really. It's Tiesto takes this thing to put it on. You'll see. It's not. It's definitely not your Coldplay that you're thinking of. I
Okay, that's
promise
the
you.
Coldplay I know. Something that you cry about, like when you're going
Oh
through a
no
breakup. But if you got the
no.
cool Coldplay, then I guess we could listen to
Write it
that.
down. Anyone listening, you put on Paradise Coldplay, the Tiesto remix, and if you think that you're crying, listen to that. You'll be crying because that vibe is so good on 1T. That's what you'll be crying about. So,
Okay, like a happy cry. Okay.
oh, it's a good cry. It was like, God bless, we're out here on 1T.
Okay. Fair.
Much like that flag behind you, it was all yellow.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Come on. Well, I'm gonna ride in JJ's cart because my song that I cannot like. I've listened to the song 8 billion times. It's been around for 40 years at this point. Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue, of
Oh.
starting out your day, of just that guitar coming in. It does. You could just take the beginning segment, just that guitar, and walking out onto the first tee, just gets you going. And again, my music takes is way more probably eclectic than yours is, Ian. Nobody's actually gonna like anything that I'm talking about. But me and JJ are getting up on the first tee. We're gonna have Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme song playing. We're gonna have some Motley Crue going. It's gonna be a vibe while you're sitting there crying in your cart, trying to figure out how to make a bogey and try to hit past 200 yards, my friend.
Buddy, that's a lot of talk from a guy who hasn't beaten me in like 14 years from you. So
we've played twice in 14 years.
That's all that matters. It's all that matters, pal.
Well, so redeem yourself. What is your mid front nine song? What are you going to? What's the vibe after we get off the first?
I think a lot of this is dictated by how that round's gone. Now, for me, I don't have many bogeys and doubles like you, so I'm typically good vibes. I'm probably on my 4 seltzer. We're on 8T, and I'm looking around. I'm on cloud 9. I'm playing "Beautiful People" by Chris Brown, the Benny Benassi remix version. That is fire because it's like, look at all these beautiful people, got them fire polos. We're looking good. I'm making birdies. And that, again, I know I'm not mixing with your 40-year-old or 50 or like my dad listening. None of this music is their vibe. I'm definitely vibing with like the kids that are probably still at Florida State right now. So.
A lot of remixes.
Please, JJ, please tell me you have something better than that.
I'm gonna go back to the '90s, a little '90s hip hop. I'm gonna go with the Fugees. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide, because I'm looking for those birdies. Okay, can't go wrong with Lauryn Hill or Wyclef. Pras had a little federal issues, a little court case. So we ain't gonna talk about that, but. It's a nice little jam. You know, the intro of the song sounds like you're in a submarine. You're kind of vibing. You're looking. You're searching. You don't want to get too excited because you're still trying to figure out what the round's going to be like. So I'm going with the Fugees, Ready or Not.
That is a much better hit from than Hambino's there. And we're just going to rag on Hambino the entire time.
That's fine. I knew coming into this, I stood no chance. My wife goes, "What's the topic today?" And I was like, "We're going to talk about songs that we play on the golf course." And she's like, "You're going to fail miserably." And I was like, "You're goddamn right I am." So here I am.
So it's most golf that I play is 95 degrees outside. The ball's flying, right? 7 irons are going like $190. It's humid. You're sweating. You know, you're cracking open Coors Lights, and there's only one thing that goes along with that, and that is "Long Hot Summer Day" by the Turnpike Troubadours. If you all aren't familiar with that, it's a nice little countryish, little countryish, bluegrassy kind of music to get to kind. Because like the thing I find, if you try to have all uppers all day, like you run out of up, right? Like you need. Like it's okay on 1 or in 10 or something like that.
I'm all
to
uppers.
have some,
I'm all uppers,
some
baby.
GMs.
nonstop uppers.
It's like that How I Met Your Mother episode where Barney's like the problem that people make with all up playlists is that there's like a down part to it, but it starts here and it goes all the way up and it's Shot Through the Heart by John Bon Jovi and it just goes from there. But yeah, so speaking of uppers, JJ, what do we listen to at the turn? You know, we just got done with our front nine. We got to go make some birdies. What's next on the list?
So at the turn, you know, I'm eating my hot dog with the grilled cheese. I'm thinking, I'm plotting. I'm feeling very cool. And if you're feeling cool, you feel a little Miami Vice. And if you're thinking Miami Vice, you got to go Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. You know, get that drum solo hits. You've revived. You're digesting. You're ready to go. So like that's a great start and a kickstart to that back nine.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Hambino, I'm gonna jump in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let
You go for it,
third because I've gone third the first two, and I'm excited about mine. So coming off a 9, you want something that you like build into that 10th tee, and I'm gonna go Holy Grail by Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z. Just that beginning to it, that build, and then Jay-Z comes in. It's just like, oh, when I'm standing on 10T, it's like I'm gonna go make like 30 birdies. I know there's only 9 holes, but I'm gonna make 30 birdies on this side.
Yeah, that's not bad. I am tempted. I don't know if I want to just go sheep here or not.
I took one of the 7 songs that Ian actually knows.
No, you definitely didn't. I'm tempted to go with a Kanye song, but then it's like, man, it's gonna turn off half the listeners because I've just gone off with nothing but uppers. I'm gonna go with. I've watched a lot of Tucker's golf at this point, and I've been helping him look for golf balls. So I'm gonna go with Knee Deep. Because I'm knee deep in the water somewhere looking for Tucker's golf balls. So that is what I'm going with, Knee Deep. And it's an absolute fire song, actually. My kids love that song. But in the Zach Brown band, for those who don't know, and Jimmy Buffett is in it as well. It's fantastic. So
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasted away in Margaritaville at this point, I guess you could say. So we've alienated Jimmy Buffett fans now. You said you wanted to do a Kanye song, which, you know, we were already treading on the Swiftie platform. So, JJ, do you have something to redeem us?
I'm going to try to bring us back, bring some fans back. So one of my favorite groups when I was a young person, which seems so long ago, gotta love a little Alice in Chains. So I'm going to go with Rooster. Again, I'm hunting for these birdies. I'm feeling very, very aggressive, trying to make the best that I can out of these last few holes. So you go from Phil Collins, get you a little bit, in that cool mood, and then it's straight killer for those last few holes. So I'm going with Rooster.
JJ, you and I can ride together in a golf cart. I like your music, my friend.
I'm down.
Hambino, you got a mid-round vibe for us, my friend?
This is we're on the back nine, right? At this point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're probably 6 beers deep, no pun intended, for our old thing that we used to do. Maybe you're 7 beers deep, you're having a good time with the boys. And so to me, at least with my guys, then it kind of sort of turns into a karaoke. So I went with Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond.
So not on the sing-along, but you can sing along to this. But I had a vibe of like, okay, it's the back nine. I know we're not doing no birdies, no bogeys, no bunkers, but at some point you're going to have some adversity in your round. And let's call it 13, 14. You just miss that putt from par from 8 or 9 feet, and you get up on that next tee box, and the thing that's going to redeem you, everybody, by the Backstreet Boys. You get that thing going. You get a little sing-along going as well. Oh, the fire is coming, my boys. The fire is coming. JJ, you're shaking your head, my friend. What the heck's up with that?
All you need is a goatee and some frosted tips, and you'd be back in the era.
Cool guy tips. Cool guy tips. I don't have the hair for that.
I was
I
about
don't
to
know if
say,
you can tell.
that was back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember being a
JJ
kid trying to figure out how they did that, and I remember asking my mom, like, "Do you dunk people upside down in the hair dye? Like, how do you get just that top part?" Frosted.
So I sadly tried, and when I was like 11, you there's like legitimate, like it looks like hair gel, but it's colored, and then you put it in, and
Okay.
it like you just put it on just the it's super annoying. I did not have the time for that, and I was like, F this, I ain't doing it. So like there was guys at school that did it every day. I'm like, God bless y'all. I value my sleep way too much. So
No, I am very, very happy that like kind of the bearded, lazy, like, 5 o'clock shadow is back in vogue nowadays. Because I mean, I just don't have the patience for it, to be completely honest with you. So this is what we're gonna do. We have one more song left to bring us down 18. JJ, I'm gonna let you go last here because you're our guest and you should have the final say for our final song. Hambino, do you want to go first or second here, my friend?
I'll go second. You've been going last and second more often, so go for it. Lead us off.
I'm gonna say Dear Maria. You get a good little emo jam. I got your picture. I'm coming with you. Getting that going, standing up on the 18th tee. That's just that start. I'm ready to hit it that full 256. I get that extra 2 or 3 yards
256.
over my
Look at you,
regular
Tucker.
drive, my friend. What about you, Mr. Cole Playboy?
Yeah, so I'll we're about to head home, right? So this is one of my sheep picks. I'll go Country Roads, John Denver. Take me home.
Can't go wrong with that.
At that point, I've had 8 beers in me. I'm gonna fall asleep. It's a terrible pick.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. See, I go hard at the beginning. You guys are like the reverse, which is fine. That's on you. But I'm winding down. I'm getting ready to go back home. I don't want to get wound up, getting all pumped up just to go home to my child who's going to scream my head off. And then we're not going to be on the same vibe. I got to get back in tune with the fam. You can't rock that house, rapping Eminem or something when your kids out here. So I'm just going back to my vibe.
So JJ, what's the real vibe? I mean, you're the sports psychologist, so we have to go by what you're saying. What are we standing on 18T listening to?
So at the 18th tee, I've reflected upon how I've played. No matter how poorly or well I played, it's a good day. So I'm going with Ice Cube. It was a good day. Messed around, got a triple-double. Didn't even have to use my AK. Didn't even have to use my wedge because today was a good day.
That's good. That's good.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a quick ad break, and then Ian's gonna has a new segment from Ben at Kid Caddy Golf to go through with JJ that we'll go through right after this ad break. So just hold on for us just for 1 second.